and we are picking games, and we have picked our games. And of course, coming up next week is the big bowl picks, and we want y'all to come back, and we'll have a big bowl contest. Neil looks like he had won this event this year. He aged out Michael for the honor, and of course he'll get dinner for two from B. Graves for winning this side of it. And of course now the bowl side of it will be coming up next week, and it should be a lot of fun. Again, want to say thank you to Jason for, gosh, being such a great community leader. And, when you first came to Troy, and this is something I joke with you about, you go, you leave the Columbus, Georgia area, and you walk in and you say, honey, guess what? We're moving to Troy.
That's right.
And she said, let's go.
She said from Columbus, man, and all of her friends, and y'all have lived there how long?
Golly, we're probably there 6 years.
6 years, and of course and you've got 3 kids, and you said Troy. What's in Troy? And of course, what did y'all do? You brought her in here, and y'all rode around, or what did y'all do?
No, that's right. First I told her this is where we're going, and she goes, where is it? It's just south of Montgomery.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, you moved
2 hours from the beach.
Moved in. That's right.
That's how you sold it, wasn't it?
That's how you sold it. No question about it. And Bud Casey always said, Bud, my dear friend, and was on this show for years, and he always said that Troy and Pike County have more unique people. Have you learned?
That's right.
Have you seen some of that?
Like with anything, change is always a little tough every once in a while. And, to me, it doesn't matter because I work all the time.
Yeah.
But, it was a little tough at first. They left all their friends and,
Sure.
my wife and those girls, they like to go shopping. So, you gotta drive a little ways to go shopping. But once we got here and started meeting people, man, it's just, man, we love this place. We don't want to move from this place.
Isn't that wonderful? We're so glad. We don't want you to either. And of course, you gave back to education $75,000 to education, and pretty much gave to most every school in the county. Is that right?
That's right. Last year we gave them to the 5 elementary schools in Pike County and in Troy.
And of course, and then he decided, I always tell people that Troy will $100 you to death. Well, you're way beyond that, but because there's always programs going on that you want to support, and now what you've done, you've started to support our local hospitals. And
that's right. We started last year. With that, we did a 1-month campaign, and we raised like a little over $20,000 for them when Ronnie was still here.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to him over the course of last year and this year, and we really still felt like there was a need there, and that we want to continue to help it, sponsor it.
Well, I read in our local paper that you gave over $90,000 to the Troy Regional Medical Center, which is wonderful.
Yeah, that benefits everybody.
Yeah.
That's part of how our campaign works. It's we always promote shop local, shop Troy, shop Premier, where we can make a difference.
No question about it. No question about it. And we do appreciate it so much. And of course, you folks out there that that go to Montgomery and to Dothan and to shop, so forth. If you can buy it in Troy, buy it in Troy, because those our tax base will be enhanced, and you will be able to provide more things for our children.
That's right.
Recreation facilities are getting to be about as good as you can find anywhere, and Our schools are very important to us, and our hospitals and medical facilities are also very important to us right here in Troy, Alabama. And again, we appreciate you very much.
We do.
Absolutely.
We really do.
And of course, Jason's going to Birmingham in just a few minutes. Is it going to be tonight or
This afternoon, 11:30.
11:30? And you don't know whether or not. Of course,
We
you'll
know
be
that
up
we're
there.
finalists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll be up there with some other companies across the state. And again, congratulations. And another thing that you've done that very few people have done ever in the city of Troy is advertise. I mean, everything I pick up, paper I pick up, there's something, an ad in there talking about Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks. And is that just your philosophy to get out and advertise and promote your program?
Well, I mean, if you got a good product, which we feel like we got one of the better ones in town, when you got a good product, you gotta let everybody else know about it.
Well, I went ahead and bought me a Jeep Cherokee Limited, and I don't know if I've ever.
You still loving it?
Oh, let me tell you this: I don't think I've ever driven a car that I liked any better than this. And the acceleration is unreal. Have you been told that about the?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
the Grand Cherokee.
you go to pass a car
And you can do it.
and you can do it. I mean, it's very important to know if you do make a mistake, it'll get you out of trouble because it's got great acceleration.
That's right.
And I've been very, very pleased with it. And the people that
Is that a V8? those Cherokees?
V6.
It's a V6, and it gets good gas mileage, and it's just a huge performance car.
And quiet and rides
Yeah.
great.
Oh yeah, it's really a performance car, and of course, the Ram trucks, man. One thing about a
Motor
Ram,
Trend Truck of the Year, wasn't it?
That's right.
they give you a vehicle that is good looking to look at.
That's right. I mean, and
They are good looking
He
vehicles.
really puts out a bold
Yeah.
statement to where that vehicle's come from, and the way it's designed now, and the performance behind it, and not only the exterior look of it, but man, remember that time when you were sitting in one? Man, that thing is just
Oh,
sharp
yeah.
on the inside. They have really invested their R&D money into interior products, and man, it's world class.
And their trucks, ladies and gentlemen, Coach, if you've seen the silver truck, the silver Ram truck is just beautiful with the chrome, but also you've got that the solid black, which is beautiful, and you've got the white, and of course you've got other colors to choose from, but that silver with the chrome is a popular
It's a sharp
color.
truck.
Is that right?
You want me to bring one of those Ram trucks by?
Yes, sir, I do. I do.
I think he does.
We want to take a short.
Somebody said Anders Carlson, the Auburn kicker's driving a new Ram truck after.
Oh, it is.
Watch out.
No question about it. And of course, we're going to give away a cooler. Can you grab that?
I got it, yeah.
And of course,
Oh, my tennis elbow.
we're going to take a short break, but of course, that's the Yeti cooler. All right, when you buy a car or truck from Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep, you'll give them one of these Yeti coolers.
Comes with the
Absolutely.
vehicle,
Every
used
time.
or new.
Well, evidently you must be good buddies with them because since you've been in Troy, you reckon how many of those have you ordered?
Ooh.
Let's see. This year we're on track. We're going to sell a little over 1,300. Last year we sold a little over right at 1,100.
That's a lot of coolers.
25.
And-
In the first 3 months I was here, we sold about.
Have you ever had anybody say, I don't want the cooler?
Oh no.
It's of course, out of all the coolers that I've ever been around, that's one of the best built coolers that you're gonna find anywhere.
Mike,
But
it's
they
bear
say-
proof. It's bear proof.
Yeah, and another thing they say too, once you put the ice in it, that a week later it's still there.
Yep.
And how many times do you find that out? And of course, it's heavy. And I've asked somebody the other day. I said, "Why is it heavy?" It's because if it won't slide off the boat. that was
That's true.
one question, but it is a heavy, well-built cooler, and in fact, it sells for right at $300.
That's right.
And we're going to give one away before this show is over today, so we'll be get ready for a phone call in, and of course you're going to also have to have.
It's sad to think about. One of my trivia questions this year was about Pat Sullivan, and now of course Pat Sullivan's passed away.
Unbelievable.
That was one of the questions that won a Yeti cooler.
Yeah. Did you know Pat Sullivan? Well, let me tell you, he was one great, well, of course, a great player, but also a great man. And, you know, it's so sad that Sullivan and Beasley both, you know, have been sick for a long time. Of course, you know, the great Terry Beasley, number 88, was a legendary player at Alabama. At Auburn.
Easy.
That is real easy. And, of course, you know, one of the best combination quarterbacks and wide receivers in the history of college football was Sullivan to Beasley. And they were both outstanding people. Of course, Terry's been sick for a long time. And then, of course, so has, you know, Sullivan, Pat. And you know, our prayers and our thoughts go out to his family. And,
Absolutely.
What a great man and a great role model for kids, and you know, they just don't get any better than Pat Sullivan.
It's been a tough year for Birmingham and some of their legends. You know, Bart Starr passed away. Of course, he lived in Birmingham for years,
Yeah.
and then now you got Pat Sullivan that passed away as well.
No question about it. And again, Bud Casey used to always say this about Pat Sullivan. You know, Bud didn't just throw things around. He said one of the best people he had ever known in his life. And of course, you know, Bud coached with him at Auburn and went with him when Pat coached at TCU. And I tell you, everywhere Pat Sullivan's been, you know, you hear the same thing. What a wonderful, wonderful man and great role model for kids. And he was probably represented Auburn as well as any one individual ever. And,
Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Discounts, big selection, and really big deals. It's the big pre-owned sale. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pre-owned vehicles start at $29.95. Over 50 vehicles under $15,000. $29 down. And you can drive today or take advantage of payments starting at $99 a month. That's $29 down. And payments starting as low as $99. From Montgomery to Dothan, the best pre-owned deal are Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or online at PremierChrysler.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Piggly Wiggly's local butchers are on site at both stores and will help you select the best cuts of meat and trim them to your liking. Our USDA Choice beef is the most consistently tender, juicy, and flavorful beef you can buy, all at cost plus 10%.
Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
I've been working for this my whole life. The chance to relax on the open water. With my financial institution, Max, my Achieve checking account earns dividends. So I'm free to do what I love.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
Know-how, Napa Know-How.
Hopefully then we'll be able to get through.
Welcome
Back
back.
to our show, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, our good friend Neil Armstrong's with us, and of course, Jason Gregory with Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and the Ram truck. I want to mention there's a big Christmas marketplace bazaar going on at Pike Liberal Arts, and I was out there yesterday with our cameras, and some beautiful items for sale there in the cafeteria. And let me tell you this. It was about 11 o'clock, and they had brought the buffet out at Pike Liberal Arts. Those kids eat better than anybody I've ever seen. Let me tell you this. I took a plate home, and it was as good a meal as I've eaten in a long time. They had chicken strips, and they had steak strips, and they had the best mashed potatoes and gravy. And I mean, they have fabulous food. Have you ever eaten out there?
Oh, yeah. It comes from Julius.
That's right. Julius caters it, and it is really, really good. And I was out there doing a little work for Troy Cable, but at the same time,
Got you a plate.
Went home with a good meal. No question about it. We appreciate our sponsors so very much, and of course, we appreciate Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks on the bypass. And you know, one thing that I've noticed about your dealership is that, first of all, it seems like there's a lot of oneness there. I mean, everybody seems to be working together, and that, you know, and of course, you walk in and it's not just people sitting around; they're moving. And
Got to.
the other day, also, I needed to get an oil change, and I got my car back in 20 minutes. How many places do you get that? Y'all move them quick when you service them, don't you?
We try. I try to go. You know, it doesn't happen every time, but man, we shoot for it every day.
Yeah.
Now, you also, of course, you buy a lot of new, and of course, you give such a good deal. You know, you're better off buying a new car, you know, if you can. That's what I did. But at the same time, you've got a great selection of new and used cars and trucks.
That's right. We've got just about 300 cars on the lot. You know, that lot was really only designed for about 200
That's right,
retail
yeah.
cars, plus service cars, customer cars. And we're pushing right at 300 cars retail on the lot, plus customer
You
cars.
know the guy next to you owns a little bit of property in Troy. You need some property to buy?
Well, luckily I just bought some right next door.
Yeah, and hey, listen, he showed me around. I tell you, he's been moving, Mike. He's been moving, and of course you.
What about your Journey, the SUV? How does it sell? Is it pretty good vehicle?
We sell a bunch of them.
All right, tell
You
us
know,
about
that's
that
one of those
car.
crossovers where it's entry level, so it's affordable for everybody. And they've got a lot of good incentives right now. I think we got some of them priced at, you know, well under $20,000. And it's a third row seat vehicle, 7 passengers.
Under 20.
Yeah,
Wow.
under 20.
Yeah, I saw a few of those on the road the other day. They're good looking.
Yeah, you know, they're sporty. I mean, it's someone that can't quite fit into that Durango budget. You know, and the Durango's in the upper 20s. You know, after all the rebates, they list for mid-30s. So, you know, it's a nice entry vehicle into that third row. Someone that, you know, needs something more than a car but doesn't want to drive a minivan.
Right.
No question about it. Okay, we're giving away a Yeti cooler, and ladies and gentlemen, the first call in, and you're going to have to answer this question. It's for some people.
Phone not working.
Okay, the phone's not working, so.
All right.
We're
gonna
I don't know
punt.
if we're gonna give away a Yeti cooler or not, but
We're going to punt on that one right now.
again.
Is this finally the day I can win my Yeti cooler?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure.
You know, if I had about 50 Yeti coolers in the summer months in Grayton, where I live out in my yard, there's probably about 500 people that ride by on bikes or walk. I could probably sell a lot of Yetis during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question about it.
Just find somebody down there that wants to buy a car, and we'll deliver it, and I'll deliver you next to Yeti.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, you know, when he gave me my Yeti for buying my vehicle, my Jeep Cherokee Limited, I brought it home, and it was nice looking Yeti cooler. My wife said, I wanted that blue one.
You went back and got the blue
So
one,
I
didn't
went
you?
back and said, listen, I don't have anything against this color, but my wife loved that blue one, that aqua colored one,
Oh, yeah.
That probably is one of the favorite colors, wouldn't you say?
That's right. They love it.
But I mean, what I'm saying, you go through, well, since you've been here, you've gone through at least 1,000 Yeti coolers.
About
Easily.
About 2,800.
Well, I mean, Yeti ought to be awfully grateful to you. Where's Yeti made? Do you know the owner? Surely the owner's called you and thanked you for buying so many of them.
No, I buy it through a company. A good friend of mine from Americus, Georgia.
I bet he appreciates that.
Yeah, I told him next time they give him a Golden Yeti award, I want to be over there.
You want the Golden
My name
Yeti?
should be on there somewhere.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dad, there's a trivia question. What two former guys that grew up in Americus, Georgia, became NFL coaches?
All right, we'll do that.
That's a local flavor, and then of course you get a legendary coach from there as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's a pretty good. Of course, also we had one of the best football players to ever play at Troy University was from Americus, Georgia too.
Is that where Colin McCrary's from? Is he from Americus?
That's where Colin is from. He's from Americus, and Jerry Reeves is also from Americus, and he was an All-American here at Troy. And that would be a good question to answer, and one of them's going to be easier than the other one, I would think. And but we got to have a phone call first.
Well, the phones are not working yet.
I know the phones are not working yet.
We'll wait.
Of course, what we'll do, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Discounts, big selection, and really big deals. It's the big pre-owned sale. Only at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pre-owned vehicles start at $29.95. Over 50 vehicles under $15,000. $29 down. And you can drive today or take advantage of payments starting at $99 a month. That's $29 down. And payments starting as low as $99. From Montgomery to Dothan. The best pre-owned deal are at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Or online at PremierChrysler.com. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Piggly Wiggly's local butchers are on site at both stores and will help you select the best cuts of meat and trim them to your liking. Our USDA choice beef is the most consistently tender, juicy, and flavorful beef you can buy, all at cost plus 10%.
Are you a driver trainee looking for a job? Then come to Wiley Sanders Truck Line, where we reimburse you for your driver training pay. Thank you so much for bringing Reed State to Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Absolutely. And now that we brought them to you, what do you have to offer them?
I have a lot to offer them. I can offer them 401k. I can give them 4% of their gross pay. I can give them Blue Cross Blue Shield. I can get them home twice a week and every weekend. That's right, twice a week, every weekend. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. Thank you, sir.
I've been working for this my whole life. The chance to relax on the open water. With my financial institution, Max, my Achieve checking account earns dividends. So I'm free to do what I love.
Trojan Auto Parts of Troy, home of Napa Know-How. Stop by and see owners Mike and Melissa Kilcrease and their Napa Know-How team with over 100 years of combined experience. We're the only locally owned parts store in Pike County, and we're fully stocked and ready to serve you. We pride ourselves on being your go-to parts store, not only for the simple items, but we specialize in those hard-to-find items as well. Trojan Auto Parts, the right part at the right price at the right time. Napa, a name you've trusted here in Troy since 1945.
Know-how, Napa Know-how.
At Marguerite's, we've been designing and crafting custom jewelry for 4 generations. It's an art for master jewelers. There's really no room for error. It doesn't matter how big the diamond is. You don't expect anything less than perfection. What matters is quality, beauty, and value. After all these decades, your engagement ring is still our greatest pride. Marguerite's exquisite jewelry.
He didn't like that, right? Back to our show, Mike Amos along with Jason Gregory and Neil Armstrong. And Neil, of course, was the first guy to lay a foot on the moon. And I know you get a lot of that, don't you?
Yes, I do. A lot.
And of course, did they name you Neil?
No, and my mom will be upset with you now. She tells everybody she didn't do that to me. My full name is Ray O'Neal Armstrong, and just kind of came out Neil because all my friends and sisters thought it was real neat.
Exactly.
And so Neil just stuck.
Yeah.
Ray O'Neal.
Okay, we're waiting for a phone call.
Neil left one of those craters on the moon.
Yeah.
We're waiting for a phone call, and you've got to answer this question before we give it away.
Being born in 70, and that happened in 69.
We'll be waiting
made
for
it
that
worse.
phone to ring in just a few moments.
You got to get the trivia question.
Well, you want me to go ahead and give it away, the trivia question? All right, these two men played quarterback in the NFL, and they came from...
They're head coaches.
Well, head coaches, okay. They both played quarterback, too. The two head coaches of NFL team, and they came from Americus, Georgia. Name those two coaches.
Now give them the number.
And the number is 268-4733. 268-4733.
First caller.
There's some people
That'd be 334.
That's correct.
334, yeah. If you're calling long distance, 334-268-4733.
Premier Yeti.
What two men coached in the National Football League from Americus, Georgia?
They were head coaches of the National Football League.
Head coaches in the National Football League.
Actually, more even amazing. They're head coaches of more than two teams.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. No question about it. And we'll wait.
I want to give the
first.
I want to give the first hint if nobody calls.
Yeah, I don't know if we need a hint on this.
Okay.
Well, and of course, one of them.
You don't need a hint when there's something called Google.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Is that right? Is that what happened? Of course, this cooler here is, if you buy a new or used car, is that right? Used car too?
New or used.
That's right.
New or used car, you get a new, you get a Yeti cooler, and buddy, I tell you, that's quite a nice gift.
That's right.
334-268-4733 wins the Yeti.
268-4733 wins the Yeti cooler this morning, and hope that you'll call in right now so we can get this taken care of. Of course, a lot going on in our community this week, and of course next week is the great one will have her concert, and we're this next week, and we're talking about Sheila Jackson and her friends. And let me tell you, Jason, this is a quality program that she puts on every year at Christmas. And you've heard her sing before, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's right. I heard her last year at the Johnson Art Center.
That's right.
They got their big gala next week as well.
That's right. And of course, and I plan on being there too. And of course, we're excited about the holidays, and we appreciate all of the businesses here in Pike County, and hope that you'll make sure to do business with them during the holidays.
I got so much sister's dressing left over from Thanksgiving, I'm having to freeze it.
Eat it, man.
I'm gonna tell you what, it is the best dressing in the world, I'm telling you.
Oh, listen, it's world class. But let me tell you one other thing that's world class. This guy right here makes the best camp stew.
Oh, gosh.
I'm telling you. He brought some by the other day, and, man, I'm talking about licking my chops, man. I was licking the container out.
Well, I tell you what, he makes it good, and I tell you, I bought 10 quarts. In fact, I had a quart. I don't think you can buy any more now. I think they sold out through, oh shoot. Do we have a call? All right, it's on the screen now. There it is on the screen now. 268-4733. We're still waiting on a call.
I want to repeat the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
The two famous NFL coaches that are both from America's Georgia, and I'm going to go ahead and give one hint, Mike. One of them coached at Troy University.
Well, that is a good hint right there. And
Yeah, I'd say only one of them was famous in the NFL, but the other one coached two different NFL franchises.
Yeah, exactly. And and two of my friends, Colin McCreary and was an All-American, two-time All-American golfer that came out of that part of the country.
And a really good friend of mine, Colin's brother, Carson McCreary, is also from America.
Yeah, he's the writer and everything. Yeah, okay, Carson. Yeah, no question about it. So we'll wait in a moment and hopefully get a call for somebody to have a chance.
Now, I thought the hint would really give it away.
Yeah, I know it. Of course, that little town is evidently you've been there a few times. Your
Just a
friend
few
lives
times. Oh man, that's unbelievable.
there. The town there.
Oh yeah.
And do they have a dealership, Premier?
They do. Premier Used Cars of Americas.
I got you. And of course, you get your Yeti coolers from the company. Is that right?
I get it. I got my Yeti coolers from good friends of mine at Kennebrew clothing line.
Okay. And where's the Yeti cooler made? Do you know?
Let me look and see.
Where does it say that?
I think we said it was in Texas.
I think that's right.
We got a caller? Okay.
Yeah, okay. So that's the Yeti cooler.
Auburn basketball won again last night. They're undefeated. Bruce Pearl's got another great team. They're 8-0 to start the season.
And they were
8-0.
16 points behind at one point.
Yeah, Furman won 25 games last year. They're a really good team out of the Southern Conference. But, Auburn looks like they're going to make another run this year.
Yeah, no question about it. They've got a good team. And of course, Troy...
Auburn athletics is just through the roof right now. Your football team, your basketball team, your baseball team went to the World Series last year.
War Eagle.
I mean, Alan Green, he just stumbled into an amazing athletic program. Jay Jacobs, I guess is at Florida as associate athletic director now, but Auburn athletics has got to be the top overall that's been in years.
No question
absolutely.
about it.
Mike, I've got a text of a winner, but he's too shy to call because he's already won one.
Oh, well, he can't win again.
Okay. No, his
only a one-time winner now. I'm not saying that
his son won one. He didn't win one. His son won one.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is too, and we appreciate him watching our show. Of course, some other things going.
Should we just change it and ask what number Bo Jackson wore?
Of course,
Two great NFL coaches that were from Americus, Georgia.
That's right.
268-4733 is the number.
And hopefully they'll call in for long.
How about this? Here's your hint. One of them coached John Elway.
The other one coached at Troy State University, and one coached John Elway.
And one of them was a very good amateur golfer too. And of course, he and John Elway played a lot of golf together. Of course, those things can, most people know that, and surely there's people that are trying to get through. Of course, again, want to mention several things going on in our community. Of course, First Baptist Church has their Christmas program starting at 10:15 Sunday morning, and also Sunday night there'll be a performance of their Christmas program. And want to mention, of course, Sheila Jackson's concert is next Friday, not this Friday, but Friday night week. You want to go ahead and get your tickets for that, and that's a wonderful, wonderful performance. We got a call coming in right here.
A call from Florida. Good morning.
You're on Today in L.A. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. The question is, what two former NFL coaches came from Americus, Georgia?
Okay. Is it Dan Reeves and Chan Gailey.
You're exactly right. You win a Yeti cooler. You win a Yeti cooler.
Thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Kayla Wright, and I live here in Troy, but I'm originally from Freeport, Florida.
Kayla Wright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you just, what you need to do is go out to Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks today. You'll walk in, and the first thing you see will be a bunch of Yeti coolers. And what color would you prefer?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm just excited to have one.
Are you really? Okay. And we do appreciate it. Of course, you are from Troy, is that right?
Living in Troy.
Living in Troy?
I've been here for about 5 years now, but I'm originally from Florida.
Okay, what's your plan for Christmas? You going to be in town, or what are you going to do?
I'll be in town, and then I will go home to see my family on Christmas Day.
Where are they from?
They actually live in Dothan right now.
Well, that's great. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And again, congratulations. You win one of the great coolers ever made on this earth, is the Yeti cooler. And, of course, thanks to this guy right here sitting next to me from Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram
Thank you all
truck.
so much.
Kayla, it's a bear-proof cooler. Have you ever had a run-in with a bear?
Is it what?
It's bear-proof. Have you ever had a run-in with a bear?
I have not.
Well, if you do.
Let's just say this: a bear can't get in this one. And you know what? There are a lot of guys like me can't get in it either. You know, it's not the easiest thing to get into, and that's what makes it so good.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so we appreciate Miss Wright. What was her first name? Kelly?
Kayla.
Kayla Wright. Kayla Wright wins the Yeti cooler, and we appreciate Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Jason for giving that away every Friday on our show.
Dan Reeves played in the NFL for several years too, didn't he?
He played with Dallas. He played on some of the great Dallas teams. He was one of my favorite players. Now, I'll tell you another little trivia question. What college did Dan Reeves play at, and what position did he play?
Hold on.
And what position did he play? He was a quarterback at the University of South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And Coach Chan Gailey played quarterback at what college, Mike?
Florida.
University of Florida, and he played behind the great Dan Reeves. Not Dan Reeves, but
Steve Spurrier.
No, Reeves.
John Reeves.
John Reeves.
Okay.
John Reeves was a quarterback at Florida back then. Chan Gailey was a real good friend of mine when he lived here in town, and of course Mike and his son Tate were also very good friends. Isn't that right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, we're best friends. I remember when his dad left Troy to get assistant coaching job at the Broncos. I remember I cried my eyes out. You know, I'd lost my best friend to moving to Denver, Colorado. It was tough.
And of course, he's also is he still coaching in high school? Tate, his son Tate.
I don't know. I think Andrew coaches. I don't think Tate coaches.
So the other son coaches and over in Georgia.
I mean, Dan Reeves was a running back. It says at South Carolina, Dad.
Oh, I thought he played a little quarterback too. So maybe I'm wrong.
His career record though is 201 wins. That's a lot in the NFL.
That sure is.
It is.
That is a lot of wins, and I liked him. I always liked him. And
he was on all those great Denver teams that lost. What they lose 4 in a row in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. No question about it. Of course, our show is brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep on the bypass right here in Troy. And right now, you're dealing. Is that right?
Absolutely. Every day.
And of course, right now, you're giving the people the same price that one of your employees would pay
the
for.
factory employees can get it, which is even better than what my employees can get.
Why now? Why did they say that again?
The factory employee.
Your
price.
factory employees. God.
Yeah. So.
And they're made in Detroit. Is that right?
How long does that run?
Through the end of the month.
Gotcha.
So, man, the time's now.
Factory employee pricing.
And
ain't going to go any lower.
Of course, they can either get their own financing or they can get it through you. Is that right?
That's right. You know, we have over 25 banks, some local, some big name banks that it's like anything else. They're in business to get business. So.
Now, at one time, you had a $99 deal. Is that still working?
Everything works. I tell you, we're on a mission to hit over 120 this month. So I mean, we're pushing hard every day.
120 cars out of this Troy store.
That's right.
And since you've been here, how many have you sold?
Let's see, we're pushing say 2,600.
2,600 vehicles have been bought through Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep on the bypass, and Ram trucks on the bypass right in Troy. Now, computer. A lot of people now buy their cars through the internet. Now, what would they do? Do you deal with that any?
Oh, every day, PremierTroy.com.
Yeah, and of course, you can show somebody every car on your lot. Is that
That's
right?
And once we kind of narrow it down, I mean, we got salespeople that are, modern technology. They go out and FaceTime or take videos of the car, specific car. That's how, we deliver probably 10 cars a week at a time.
Isn't that amazing? Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Mike, it was fun.
And it's always good to see you guys, and we appreciate you very much. Of course, each Friday we have you on the show, and we appreciate all that you've done for our community. And of course,
we'll know where everybody's bowling come Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. We'll know where everybody's bowling, and next Friday on this show we're going to pick the bowl games.
That's right.
Which will be a lot of fun, and we'll get ready for it. Of course, Johnny Williams at the Camellia Bowl in Montgomery. We hope to have him either on our show or calling in this next week and talk to you about his bowl game. Hope you've enjoyed today's show, brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Truck on the bypass right here in Troy. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.
And good luck today. Again, you're a candidate for a great honor. Tell us what that is.
That's right. For Small Business of the Year for the state of Alabama.
That's saying a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's big time.
That'd be
so.
big.
And of course, we appreciate
it's
you
huge
very
just
much.
to be nominated.
That's right.
And so glad you and your family came to Troy. We'll see you Monday right here on our show.